Hello, I'm Pat and a member of St Peter's Church, Elworth. When we were on our Zoom house group this week, Fiona, who many of St Peter's members will know has now emigrated to Barbados, joined us. She is settling in well, and it's good to hear how she's doing and to join in prayer with her for an end to the ant problem, the leaking roof, a speedy end to the humidity of the rainy season, and last week for protection, as the government had just issued a flash flood warning and she had to rush off to close the window shutters. God did protect her. She didn't suffer any flooding or damage. The roof has now been mended and the ants seem to have shuffled off somewhere else. I dare say that in a few months we shall all be wishing we were there with her when the cooler but glorious weather comes and she can walk the dog daily on beautiful beaches. Ho-hum. I digress. We got to talking about the COVID pandemic and she happened to say that she and several other people have been led to look at 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14 in relation to the pandemic and what's going on in the land at the moment. These verses say, "If my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and forgive their sin and heal their land. The beginning of this chapter of Chronicles is talking about the dedication of Solomon's temple, and by the time of verse 14, months or maybe years had passed since Solomon's prayer of dedication. It was after all this time that God told Solomon that he'd heard his prayer. This is telling us that although we look for immediate answers to all our prayers, God answers us at the proper time. We are to trust that He's heard us, will provide for us, and will answer in His time. Solomon had asked God to make provisions for the people when they sinned, and God replied with the words of verse 14, telling them to humble themselves, pray and seek His face, and turn from their wicked ways. Then He would hear them, forgive them, and heal their land. God's word doesn't change, and His conditions are just as clear today as they were in Solomon's day. So I'm just throwing it out there that maybe as a nation, church, community, and individuals, we should all be truly humbling ourselves, praying in earnest, asking forgiveness and seeking God's face by turning back to Him and putting Him first. The earth is the Lord's and everything in it. Maybe by doing what it says in 2 Chronicles 7:14, we will be opening the way for God to heal the land and get rid of the global virus. Food for thought? What do you think? God bless.